What's going on, slave tards? Today I'm going to do a Rod Dogletard silver update. Now, I've been watching what's been going on in the silver market, as most of you probably have, in the precious metals market. And people are just freaking out about it, you know? They're like, oh my goodness, silver's at all-time highs. And I look at it as silver is boring and is a huge disappointment, right? I keep seeing these posts and everybody's freaking out about silver at 50 and it hadn't been this high since 1980. And I'm thinking, really? Really? We're comparing silver prices to 1980 prices. Just for reference, in 1980, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was like 960, right? And it's at 46,000 now, right? So the Dow since 1980 has 46x'd what it was in 1980, but we're all like celebrating that silver is just now making it to his 1980 high, right? This puts you in perspective of this. And if you maybe say, well, that was extraordinary Hunt Brothers, cornering the market. You can't go on that. Well, let's just look at 2011 then. The last time silver almost made it to 50, made it in 49 and change, right? In 2011, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was at 12,000. It averaged 12,000 for the year, right? We're at 46,000. 4x. We're 4x higher, almost 4x higher than we were in 2011. And people are celebrating silver just getting right back up to the same level it was in 2011. In 2013, I sold my house for like $250,000. And now if you go, it's almost 600 grand, right? If you look at it on Zillow or whatever, the same house is almost $600,000. So even if it just kept up with housing, silver would be at $100 by now, right? And here's another great perspective, right? Last time silver went to almost 50 in 2011, gold was at $1,500. Yeah, gold was at $1,500. Gold is at $4,100 now. 41, almost 3x what it was in 2011. But silver, we're all celebrating it, just making it up to 50 again, right? Where it was just kept up with gold, it would be, $200 an ounce, right? Or at least $150 an ounce, right? If it kept up with the Dow, it'd be like $200 an ounce, right? 4x, right? I mean, it's a joke. Silver at 50 is a joke, right? When you look at the prices of all other assets, right? Because that was supposed to be the gauge of precious metals, right? What precious metals were supposed to do was protect you against the devaluation of the dollar and inflation. It's supposed to keep up with inflation. But in silver's respect, still today at these, astronomical, oh my God, all-time high prices that everybody's freaking out about has not kept up with the Dow, with houses, with gold, with anything, right? So I want people to stop celebrating this whole silver run-up like it's something, right? No, silver is a dog, right? Talk to me when silver gets to $200 an ounce, right? Then it's at least done what it's supposed to do, right? But it's, we still celebrating 45-year-old prices, it hadn't been this high since 45 years ago. I mean, what kind of argument is that anyway? Just so you know, I still have all my silver and I'm not selling it. I'm certainly not going to sell it for $50 when gold is at $4,100. Are you kidding me? Gold is at $4,100 and I'm going to get rid of my silver for $50? No, absolutely not, right? What I actually think is going to happen is I actually think, as you see, cryptocurrencies are really not keeping up with gold and silver, right? You see now the cryptocurrencies are what they are, a risk asset. If you don't believe that, just look at Friday when the stock market sold off. Now, every time the stock market sells off, crypto gets hammered, right? But you know what doesn't get hammered? Gold and silver, right? No. So cream is rising to the top. It's going to rise in the top. And as more and more of these crypto idiots realize that they're holding digital air, worthless, junk, and that gold and silver is vastly, outperforming them, they're going to jump ship and use whatever profits they have left to get into the real thing. Because guess what? Our enemies are aware of what value is, right? Our enemies know, Putin and Russia know to buy silver, so does China know about rare earths and silver. And the BRICS nations, they're not piling into crypto, right? They're piling into what has been money for 5,000 years. So if you ask me if I'm excited about the silver market at all-time highs, I will tell you, I'm yawning on it because it's ridiculous that silver is still at 52 with the Dow at 46,000 and houses like $1 million and gold at 4,100 and silver is still at 45-year-old prices. So that's my video for tonight. Peace.